What happens when the heart of your show is ripped out in episode 2? When the hero becomes a ghost and the girl we rooted for turns into something unrecognizable? Welcome to The Last of Us Season 2 finale, where every scar tells a story, every lie costs blood, and revenge is the only thing left standing. Buckle up, gang, because this isn't just an ending, it's a war cry from a world where no one is safe. Let's rewind. Joel is dead. Not Game of Thrones shocking twist dead, he's violently, emotionally, soul-crushingly dead. Taken out in episode 2 by Abby, a soldier with her own demons and one very specific score to settle. And just like that, the bond that defined the entire first season, Joel and Ellie, was shattered. Joel's love for Ellie was protective, possessive, and yes, sometimes flawed, but it was real. And when he lied to her back in season 1, slaughtering dozens just to save her, it planted a ticking time bomb. And guess what? It exploded. Season 2 doesn't build a bridge from season 1, it burns it down. Joel and Ellie had just started patching things up in Jackson, Wyoming. They were trying to live, to be human again. But just as they reached for peace, boom, Abby enters. Joel's gone. And Ellie? She's unrecognizable. With Joel out of the picture, we're left with a new duo, Ellie and Abby. And trust me, this is not your average hero versus villain setup. Abby isn't a cartoon bad guy. She's broken, battle-hardened, and brutally efficient. She didn't kill Joel because she's evil, she killed him because he killed her dad. Period. And Ellie? She doesn't care. She wants blood. She wants revenge. Even if it costs her everything. Ellie goes rogue. The Jackson community tells her, let it go. But she doesn't. She drags friends into a war they didn't ask for, makes choices that cost lives, and slowly morphs into a shell of the girl we once loved. She's no longer the spunky teen who cracked jokes in malls. She's a storm, unpredictable, unstoppable, and dangerous. By the finale, Ellie has hunted Abby's crew down one by one. She's drenched in blood, grief, and guilt. And when she finally faces Abby, it's not triumphant. It's tragic. The final showdown doesn't end with a bang, it ends with a scream. Ellie, beaten and bleeding, stares down the woman she came to kill. But Abby doesn't give her the satisfaction. I let you live, she spits, and you wasted it. Then, a gunshot. Cut to black. Did Ellie die? Probably not. But in a way, the Ellie we knew already did. This wasn't just a finale. It was a funeral for innocence, for connection, for hope. Season 2 was never about healing, it was about hurt. And it leaves us with two women both consumed by loss, locked in a cycle of pain neither can escape. Now let's talk about the real emotional core of this season, episode 6, The Price. Forget the finale, this is where the real storytelling magic happened. Flashbacks, birthdays, secrets. We finally see Joel again, brought to life with haunting beauty by Pedro Pascal. We see his love, his lies, his last desperate attempt to connect with Ellie. We see Ellie question everything. We see their relationship at its best and its breaking point. And then, we see it end. It should have come sooner. It should have lasted longer. But it hit. And shout out to the unexpected casting gem, Joe Pantoliano as Eugene. That's right, Joey pants himself in a role so grounded, so subtle, it made you forget the zombies. For a second, this world felt real again. Now look, we get it. The show took risks. And not every risk pays off. Killing Joel early? Bold. Giving us a full season that felt more like setup and payoff? Frustrating. We spent so much time just getting Ellie and Abby in the same city. So much brooding in Seattle. This could have been tighter, sharper, more focused. And yes, it's hard to connect with new characters when you're still mourning the old ones. Abby may be the future, but the show didn't give us enough of her past to feel it. Season 3 has work to do. But here's the truth, this show doesn't glorify violence, it dissects it. Joel's choices had consequences. Abby's choices left her alone. Ellie's rage destroyed everything she touched. Every bullet fired, every lie told, every body buried, it meant something. There are no clean endings here. No heroes riding into the sunset. Only survivors. Damaged, haunted, but still breathing. And that's what makes this show real. Not the zombies. Not the apocalypse. The people. The pain. The price we pay when we can't let go. So where do we go from here? Season 3 will likely introduce more unfamiliar faces, more emotional trauma, and maybe just maybe a sliver of redemption. But with Joel gone, and Ellie on the edge of total collapse, it's going to be a dark ride. One thing's for sure, The Last of Us isn't just a zombie drama. It's a tragedy in slow motion. And season 2? It was the part where we watched the pieces fall apart. But if there's one lesson here, it's this: you can survive the apocalypse. But can you survive yourself? If you're still here after that emotional roller coaster, you're a real one. This season tested every fan's heart and patience. But that's the magic of great storytelling. It breaks you, then dares you to come back next week. Love you, gang.